Hello my dear friend, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the topic the kinds of clause. Okay, so you can see here the topic name is kinds of clauses. In this clauses we have to learn about the means of clauses and the parts of clauses and what is the part of the name of the clauses, like a main or independent and subordinate or the dependent, and what is the means of these. Okay, so let's start the video and know more thing about these chapters. Okay, so first we all know about that the sentence structure is subject plus verb plus other word or object, as you know about that, and this is the structure of the sentence, and we can say that this structure also made by the clause. Okay, it means a sentence always include a clause. Why? Because the clause is a part of the sentence. Like first we use the letter and make a word, and this word make the phrase, and this phrase make the clause, and this clause make the sentence. Okay, it is a procedure of to make a sentence. Okay, it's going on one by one step and make it in a form of sentence. First, you know what is the means of clause. So here we know that a clause is a group of words which is subject and a finite verb, and every sentence must contain at least one clause. Okay, as you know that every sentence has a subject, okay, and one finite verb. As you know, what is the means of finite verb? Finite verb means when a verb treat or work according to their subject. If your subject is singular number, then verb also form in a singular number. If your subject plural number, then it also form plural number, and this verb also convert himself or itself according to their tense, like a present, past and future. So this type of the verb who convert according to the tense or sentence or the subject, this type of the verb known as a finite. Okay, and this finite verb and subject make a clause. I take a single example. Just see here, like a my brother is speaking English. So this is the sentence. Okay, this is the sentence, and this sentence has a subject, and here is the verb. Which kind of the verb? Finite verb. Clear? And if there are two words or two clauses, I also tell you that the clause is a group of words which have a subject and a finite verb, and every sentence must contain at least one clause. It means at least one clause is also tell us about here. So this part is also known as a sentence. But if we talking about that, it is also work like a clause. How? Because this is the subject and this is the finite verb. Okay, and here is the independent clause. It is also independent clause. And how it works and how it looks like, I also tell you that. Take the next example, that is the firefighters arrived. The firefighters arrived before it was too late. See here, one of the sentence is the firefighter arrived, and second is it was too late. Okay, the firefighters arrived and it was too late. Both are the clause. It is a clause and here is also a clause. How it will be clause? Because it is a group of words. One thing is clear. It is a group of words. It has a subject and verb. Okay, it is a clause and here is also clause. Why? Because you can see it is a subject and here is the verb. These verb also used according to the subject and tense. So it is a finite verb. And here is the watch. It is a verb. And which kind of the verb? It is also finite verb. Why? Because it's convert or change according to their tense and the subject. Okay. Here subject is a singular number. The verb is a singular number verb. And it's a verb like a tense. It is a past tense. So here form as a watch. You understood? So we can say that this is a completely sentence. Take the total sentence. This total sentence, both parts include are joined by the before word, and these total parts in form of a sentence. So we say that it is a sentence, and the sentence has a clause. Sentence has a clause. You can see first clause here and second clause here. And how it will be clause? Because the clause is a group of words and has a subject and the finite verb. So you can see it is a group of words and has a subject and the finite verb. So this is the part of the clause and here is the part of the clause. Both clause joined by the conjunction word before and it make the sentence. I hope you all understood it. The clause. Okay. Next, now we are talking about the main clause or independent clause. Okay, what is the means of main clause and what is the means of independent clause? You can see here main clause or another name is independent clause. We can say main clause or independent clause. And another clause is a subordinate clause and dependent clause. What is the means of dependent and independent? So first we know what is the main clause and independent clause. Okay, so you all know about that, the subject and the finite verb. Here you know very well about the means of subject and the finite verb. The main clause of the sentence is always as an independent clause that make complete sense and can stand alone as a sentence. Stand alone as a sentence like this. My brother is speaking English. Okay, I will write another sentence. See here. Okay, the sentence is all the children laughed. All the children laughed. Okay. So you can see that it is a main clause or independent clause. Why? Because it has a subject and also a finite verb, and it stands alone to complete its sense. Okay, he can complete his sense in a stand of alone. So we can say that it is a independent or the main clause. Okay, I take another example. The harvest this year was better because the farmers had used organic fertilizer. Or take the same example, the firefighter. The firefighter arrived before it was too late. Now see here use both clause, main clause and subordinate clause both. Okay, first we can see this part. It is a main clause. How can I say that it is a main clause? Because this is the group of word and it also has a finite verb, okay, and a subject, and its work like a according to the subject and the tense. So this is the finite. This is the clause. And which kind of the clause? It is a main clause or the independent clause. Why? Because it stands alone in a sentence. He no needs to other sentence to complete his sense. So this is the reason it is a independent clause. Okay. If we remove this part means divide this part into two. Okay. Now you read this part. It is the firefighters arrived. Okay. So now you get the complete sense of this sentence. And this sentence, if complete is complete, say us that it is a complete sense, then it will be the main clause or independent clause. Okay, but here is another sentence, another clause, like a before it was too late. Now read it. Before it was too late. It is the second part of the sentence. There are two clauses in a sentence. First clause is here and second clause is here. Okay. First clause has a finite verb and the subject, and it's a make complete sense. But in the second part, you can see before it was too late. So this clause including by a word before, it is a conjunction word, and here it was too late, that is not complete his sense or not express his complete sense. So this sentence completely depend on the first clause. Okay, it is a dependent clause. Why? Because it depends to another clause to express his sense. If you cannot add first sentence with this clause, then it cannot express its complete sense. So this sentence must be dependent clause. Dependent clause means subordinate clause. I hope you all understand. Okay. So we easily say that the sentence who has a finite verb and a subject, okay, and also a group of words, but stand alone to express his sense. This type of the sentence will be the main clause. Okay, and if a sentence or group of words has a finite verb and subject, but it is not stand alone, it's depend to the other clause, then this type of the clause will be dependent. Okay, so you can see now first sentence completely independent. It has no need of the another sentence to complete his sentence, but the second sentence need to the other sentence or other clause to complete his sense. So this type of the sentence clause will be the dependent clause, and this type of the clause, it will be the subordinate clause. Subordinate clause always has a conjunction word. Okay, always has a conjunction word. Which kind of the conjunction word? Subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction. Okay, subordinating conjunction. Can you tell me some kind of the conjunction which tell us subordinating conjunction? So you can see here after, before, whatever, while, until, unless, although, though, because, as, where, etc. Many of the words like it, unless, whatever, because, after, before, etc. These type of the conjunction words, known as a subordinating conjunction. And if this type of the conjunction word used with any kind of the sentence or clause, like a before it is used with this clause. So these type of clause became the subordinating conjunction in the sentence. It may be used in the beginning of the sentence or end of the sentence, like this here. Okay, the conjunction word also used in the beginning of the sentence or in the last of the sentence. So if you want to identify this type of the clause, then always search the conjunction word which is used this type of the clause. Okay, and which kind of the conjunction? Not coordinating conjunction. You can search subordinating conjunction like this. Okay, this type of the conjunction if used with any clause word, any clause, like it may be used in the beginning of the sentence or the end of the sentence, and use this type of the clause, then it will be the subordinating clause. I hope you all understood it, and next we talking to the next topic. Okay, so thank you to watch this video.